What's going on, family? What's going on? Black Phoenix checking in. Right now, I'm outside of the container conversion and wanted to talk to you a minute about it. There a few people ask me about the things about the door frame. Actually, reinforce these so that way once we cut your door opening out, it got reinforced tubing to reinforce the steel, so that way it's just not sitting here on this with a heavy door frame. So this is actually when I do any conversions when it comes to the cutouts, I like to use I don't like to go real heavy, but 3/16 is a good minimum. 1/8 3/16 is a good plus. So for those who want to know a good minimum when you're doing your cutting out your doors, 3/16 is better. 1/8 is good, but 3/16 is better. That'd be a good one. You pretty much be real flexible. Your imagination literally is your limitation. So whatever you're trying to do, you can do it. This one actually right here is going to be a cafe bar for me. It's going to be really like a nickname for my HogOn Welding School. I'm going to have a display. It's going to be displaying different welding products. I'm going to have welding sessions in it and just displaying what I can do in a lot of my products and services. So it's going to be like the home office, so to speak, the start anyway, the beginning. You know what I mean? So with this one, I believe after I just did my measurement, I'm gonna bring my staircase off here. I'm gonna bring it off here and shoot it out this way like this, and that way when people come in, you know, what I mean, they can come this way, you go under, and I still have room at the side because I got a goal for the side. I don't want nothing to be able to go around it to cause me any issues when I'm putting in this door back here. So I'm gonna just sit it here. And actually, I seen a photo of a unit that really caught my attention, and that's another good thing too, man. When y'all look at like Pinterest, Google, just have a big imagination, man, because it's all on your budget too. You know what I mean? You want to stay within your budget, but literally to get started, this is a 40 footer, but I'm actually cutting it in half, so it's gonna be a 20. So my cafe part is gonna be a 20 footer. A 20 footer, there's a lot of space to do a lot. And this is the high cube. So this is a 20-foot high cube. So it's 8 feet wide, it's 9.5 feet tall. So plenty of room, plenty of space room. Um, when you're getting some, depends on what you're trying to do. If you're gonna turn into a store cafe, something like that, unless you want the new approach, I wouldn't even go with that price. You can get you a good C and B unit that might have a couple beans here and there, but it's solid. You see what I'm saying? And you can save a lot of money. Normally, you would save $500 or more on a unit like that. You know what I mean? So I would try to get a cost-efficient unit getting started, unless you got a good budget. If you got a big budget starting out, then you can buy you a new unit. Brand new units run anywhere from probably 35 to $4,500, depends on the size and whatnot, you know. But there is a lot you can do. So the only reason I was really wanting to talk to you about this conversion, people asking me about doing some independent conversions on their own. If you're a welder, you're a fabricator, a lot of this is real easy. It's not as hard as you think. You just have to learn the system of the container, knowing about the cutouts, knowing how to weld certain pieces in, knowing how they sealed it up. So it's just a couple ideas you have to keep in mind, but literally, like, it's not hard. I mean, don't overthink it. I had a few people that really overthink it. You know what I mean? They be like, "Oh man, I got to do this and do that." It's not as hard as you think. I was asked about cutting out a door. Depends on the person, how you do your frame. Normally, I say a door install will be 3 to 4 hours. You know, 4 hours maximum. That's normally I do like 4 hours on a regular door, not like this side. This one will probably be about the same, maybe an hour longer. Depends on if you got two people. You know, it can be the same if the frame is pre-made. You know, so it all depends on if you pre-make your frames before you go out there, and all you're doing is cutting it out, put your frame in, put your door in. Then it's not that hard. But there's so many things you can do with containers. I just want to kind of come to you today and kind of talk to you about it because a few people just asked me about mine and about the construction of it and what I'm doing. I'm actually just building it to start my independence here in OKC. So um, I wanted to bring a piece of Feniks to Oklahoma City. You know what I mean? So that's where I got introduced with the container conversion. So I wanted to bring the information and knowledge I have learned over the years and put it together
to be able to present my own storefront, my own products and services. So that's a great thing about the container conversions for being an entrepreneur or independent, because it's not cost efficient and you can control you really have control of your business. You know what I mean? I was listening to a lady the other day talking about how they went up on her rent at the building she was on, and she really want to relocate, but everybody know where she was in, and this other place might be hard. And I'm like, man, I'm trying to keep from getting that type of control, and that's one reason why I like the container conversion, because you can rent your land space, or you can buy the land and just place your units there and build off from there. You know what I mean? And a lot of places don't have no codes when it comes to commercial. You really have homes. Some inner city areas got codes, but when you on the outskirts and when it's dealing with business, a lot of times you can get away with a lot of things from business, commercial, wise. So just think outside the box when you're working on your containers. That you can do. This one right here, actually, like I say, I planned on doing a few things, putting a little artwork out here. So I got a few good ideas. So I think the best thing to do is figure out what you want, figure out what direction you want to go in, and just get out there, man. Before I leave, check in real quick. So hopefully everybody having a good day. I really just wanted to check in for a second because I was out here trying to finish a couple things today. And I wanted to touch in, just kind of give you an update of what I was doing. I'm actually summing up my day out here, and I'm going to start wrapping some things up. But just wanted to go live real quick and give you more of an idea of what I'm doing. I'm going to tilt this up a little bit so that way you can kind of see the handrails too. And really, for those who know, I don't have a shop. I have a garage, which is my shop right now. So instead of me building the handrails actually in the shop, in my garage, I built the handrails on top of the container. So as you see, I used full sticks and just cut everything down and squared everything off. Like it wasn't hard at all. As long as you got some good squares, some square magnets or something, you know what I mean. And I didn't even have a hand to do this one, like literally. This is my handrail is 14 gauge. So dealing with your outside cosmetic stuff like your handrail staircases, 14 gauge is good. So you can go with 14 gauge, and that'll be plenty of thickness, and it'll be plenty. Actually, my posts that holds my handrails are 3/16. I use the 3/16 leftovers from my cutting out my door frame, and I made studs for the bottom of my handrail, so that way once I get ready to transfer the unit somewhere, I can pick the handrails up, set them down, the staircase off, set it on the top of it. I can haul everything in one unit. That was my goal, is to break it down. So once you do actually see everything together and we finish the painting and everything is on here, you'll see how it'll disassemble when it's time for me to take it to set it up again. Very, very easy. My last stage actually I'm going to do is the interior. So as soon as we cut it, hopefully, right now we got it scheduled to cut Wednesday. So Wednesday the lift's supposed to get delivered, and we should be cutting this in half, putting these two caps so that I have on the ground here. I'm gonna let you see them. Putting these two caps right here I got on the ground, putting them down, and putting them on, and starting to sum it up. So I got a few different things that I'm actually working on. So I'm just trying to do what I can to get things lined out, so that way I can keep the ball rolling. You know what I'm saying? So I got a few good things going with this one. Just want to give you an update. Like I say, it's not cost efficient. There's so many things you can do to your container. Um, the one good thing I really do like about it is mobile. And today's kiosks is the way to go. Mobile, where it can be hands off. You can set something up as far as building a kiosk where you can have food, different type of. I've seen some dispensaries that got containers. Like, it's so many different things you can do with them. So it all depends on what you're trying to do. Just keep your imagination open. Make sure you got a cool budget for whatever you're doing. Be realistic with it, and build it. Go from there. Don't let nothing stop you. You know what I mean? So before I leave, I got over here. I got a new project. I'm gonna send y'all some photos of. Kind of let you see. So I can't wait to actually get it going. I'm excited. Really excited about it. Can't wait to get it going. Y'all be safe out there. back with y'all later. HogOn.